Please rise as the judge enters the courtroom. Please be seated. Today, the plaintiff, William Shakespeare, is suing Mary Sidney Herbert, the Countess of Pembroke, for trying to steal credit for his works. The defendant, Mary Sidney Herbert, is countersuing William Shakespeare for not letting her take credit for her work.
Mary, did you write the Shakespeare plays?
Of course I did. The evidence shows that I did.
What evidence? My name is on damn paper.
Excuse me, was I talking to you?
Well, this is First Amendment thing. What do you say to that?
You're not allowed to speak until spoken to. Mary, why are you just revealing yourself now?
Because it was a pen name. Otherwise my plays wouldn't have been published because I'm a girl.
Is this your son?
Yes, his name is William.
So, William Sidney, what is this business between you and the maid?
Well, I kind of slept with her.
What do you mean, kinda?
Well, I kind of got her pregnant. Well, she had the baby, but it died.
Well, what did the Queen think about all this?
She kind of demanded that I marry her and all.
And what did you do?
Well, she's a maid. I'm not gonna marry a maid. I'm upper class.
And what did the Queen do about this?
Her Royal Highness threw me in jail like I was some kind of city scum.
When my baby got sent into prison, it was the worst thing that could have happened to me. He wrote to me every day saying that Denmark is some sort of prison. In fact, this upset me so much that at the time, I was working on Hamlet, and so I felt a need to write about it.
You mean my Hamlet?
Did I ask you to start talking?
I took some of the quotes from William's letters and put them into my play Hamlet. And I also mirrored the relationship between William and Mary Fitton with the relationship between Hamlet and Ophelia.
Shakespeare, do you have anything to say about this? Because it seems like Mary has a lot of proof about writing Hamlet.
The only proof that we need is my name on damn papers. Who's Mary and who's Shakespeare? She's Mary and I'm Shakespeare. No one has ever heard of Hamlet by Mary. It's always Hamlet by Shakespeare. That's me.
Mary, did you write the sonnets and did you have an affair with the younger man?
Yes, Your Honor. I had an affair with a younger man after my husband died. That's also who I wrote the sonnets about. Our relationship took a turn for the worse when I thought that Matthew Lister was sleeping with my niece, who had dark hair and dark eyes, so I decided to write some of my sonnets about it.
So Shakespeare, are we to believe that you had an affair with the younger man?
No comment.
Moving on, we now have Ben Johnson with us as a witness to this conspiracy. So Ben, it says here that you wrote a eulogy to Shakespeare.
Who? I didn't quite catch that.
To Shakespeare.
Well, Your Honor, if you were to look closely at my eulogy, you'd see that I didn't actually write Shakespeare anywhere in it. If you'll look, I actually dedicated the eulogy to my beloved, the author.
Well, I am the author and everyone loves me.
Shakespeare, if you died 7 years ago, why did your beloved wait 7 years to write this eulogy?
Well, maybe he was, busy. I mean, everyone has things to do. 7 years isn't that long for a dead person.
Whereas my beloved, Mary, only died 2 years ago.
So, why did you decide to write the eulogy to Mary?
Well, Benny here was a prodigy of mine, and also a close friend of my son, William.
Because Mary and I were such close friends, she actually entrusted me with the evidence that she actually wrote Shakespeare's plays. So, she wanted me to keep it a secret, and so I did so, even after her death.
So, Shakespeare, how does Ben's eulogy of this line, "These are as some infamous bawd or whore should praise a matron, what could hurt her more?" How does this pertain to you?
Well, obviously it has everything to do with my life.
Actually pertains more to my life because my son William acted as a bawd for the king, and my second son Philip acted as a whore to gain earldom from the king.
So, Ben, who were you referring to when you said the sweet swan of Avon?
That was actually one of the most common misconceptions about my eulogy. See, while a lot of the times people think it refers to Shakespeare, because I mean, the sweet swan of Avon, Stratford's on the Avon River, and that's where Shakespeare grew up. But, I mean, most people don't stop and think that sweet and swan have almost nothing to do with them. Whereas, like, Mary, her brother used the symbol of a swan most of his life. And in her actual the last painting done before her death, the border was adorned with swans. She was also buried on a place that overlooks the Avon River. So all of those actually relate to her much more than they do to Shakespeare.
I have heard enough. Thank you all for your testimony. I have decided that the verdict is Mary is the author of the Shakespeare plays, and you are not the author.